certainly not a recital organ. Hello and welcome to another video and to another organ. Today I am still in Whitby. It's about an hour later from the last video, but about a week later for you, I think. This is St Mary's Church on the cliff top. A lovely church, attracts a lot of tourists, and this organ, in my opinion, is a bit of an odd organ. It was originally built in 1829 by Ward Organ Builders of York. In 1901, I believe it had a rebuild by Forster and Andrews, and most recently, in 1950, it had a complete rebuild again by the famous Henry Willis and Sons Organ Builders of London. A strange organ. I played this many years ago when I was at school. I came here at a school trip and got to play this organ, and so it's a few years ago, dare I say. But it's interesting and I thought it was worth a visit, so let's have a look at the organ. So the first thing to say is that this organ is a tracker action. The manuals are tracker at least. Pedals, I believe, are tubular pneumatic. Oddly, the pipework for this organ is directly behind the organ, which I suspect really blocks the sound. It's very high up in the church in a gallery, way away from the congregation. So I'm really not sure how good it is at accompanying the congregation. Again, this is just an odd organ. It really is. Some strange stops, some stops I wouldn't expect to find. At the very bottom here we have a double open diapason, a 16-foot. We have an 8-foot open diapason. An 8-foot stopped diapason. A string, it's an 8-foot dulciana. A 4-foot principal. A 4-foot flute. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that word. I struggle with English, let alone foreign words. But hopefully you can see on the screen what that stop is called. We have a 2-foot 15th. Another word that I always struggle with is a sesquialtra. Is that how we say it? I just call it a 2-rank mixture. Along with the dulciana, sounds really nice actually. And also on the grate we have an 8-foot trumpet. Powerful actually when you sat here right in front of the pipework, but I worry about, as I've already mentioned, the distance between the organ and any congregation. to the swell, we have an 8-foot stopped diapason. An 8-foot open diapason. An 8-foot echo gamba. An 8-foot Vox Celeste. Which stops at Tennessee with the echo gamba. We get that beat which I've mentioned before, because those two stops are tuned slightly differently to create that rhythm, that beat. A 4-foot viola. And the final flute stop, we have a cornet, or a cornet mixture, that is probably made up of a 15th, a 12th and a 17th, I suspect. Two reeds, an 8-foot cornopian. And a 16-foot contra oboe. And we have 3 couplers here on the left as well. As you would expect, we have a swell to pedal and a grate to pedal, and a swell to grate. Right in the centre here, above the manuals, we have a tremolo, which I can hear working away. How effective is that? Moving out of the pedal board. It has a concave radiating pedal board with 4 combination pedals, and it has a balanced swell pedal. We have a 32-foot resonant bass, or resultant bass. Which has a lot of notes not working, you probably can't hear it. A 16-foot open bass. A 16-foot Lieblich Borden. Quite a few notes off on the pedal, which I suspect is something to do with the tubular pneumatic action. I don't know that for sure, I'm just kind of guessing really, but I think that's probably what it is. A 16-foot sub bass. An 8-foot octave. An 8-foot stopped flute, which is an extension stop. And an octave flute, a 4-foot, again an extension stop. I suspect that we'll be borrowing ranks from the great organ. So I think it's fair to say that this organ's seen better days. The positioning is terrible, it really is. The stops are pretty nice, some surprising stuff, some stops I didn't expect to find on an organ of this size. It's a very heavy action, certainly when the couplers are out, which is pretty typical of tracker action, but certainly not a recital organ. And I do understand why the organist chooses to use a piano downstairs in the main body of the church for accompanying. It's just too far away. But still, it's a nice organ, it's got an interesting history. The fact that Willis has had his hands on it is certainly worth a mention, albeit 70 years ago. But yeah, an interesting organ, so I'm going to leave it there. But thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you are notified when new videos and new organs are posted. Give me a like, I'd appreciate that, and please leave any comments. And until next time, I shall see you later. Bye for now.